Stephen A., does he deserve a pass for last night?
No, he does not. He does not. And here's why. Will Kane, I got to confess. I got something to confess on national television. I'm in a quandary. I'm stuck. I'm struggling here. One night I look at Lonzo Ball and I think he's got potential, and it's just rookie stuff. Another time I look at him and I say, oh my Lord, this dude is a bust. Now it's very, very early, but you can't attempt 2 shots an entire game. Particularly when you're going up against a backcourt like this brother Damian Lillard, who never gets enough respect as far as I'm concerned. The brother can ball. He doesn't shrink in big moments. He wants the basketball, and he delivers. These brothers are special. You're Lonzo Ball. You know you're going up against these dudes, and you have no aggression. If this man shot 1 for 20 from the field or 1 for 15 or something like that, I would not be tripping at all. My issue is the absence of aggression, which I've spoken to numerous Lakers about, including the one and only Irvin Magic Johnson. They all agree he needs to be more assertive, which Luke Walton, the coach, confirmed last night. The absence of aggression is what alarms me. This is La. This is L.A., man. This is showtime. You got to want it, and you got to go after it. And that's not what I'm seeing him do on far too many occasions. He's averaging about 16 at home. He's averaging only 5 points on the road. But it's the absence of aggression that really bothers me. And I know, don't get me wrong, it's not all on him, because you look at the Los Angeles Lakers. They can't shoot.
Stephen A., a couple weeks ago, you said you were concerned that he might be a bust. How scared are you now?
I'm petrified. I'm petrified. I want to emphasize I am rooting for this kid. He's a good kid. He's a nice kid. He's a damn good college basketball player. I get all of that. All I'm saying, Max, is the jury is still out. What I am seeing with my eyes, I am not impressed. His shot is awful. And it's getting to the point where folks are expecting him to miss. They're ready to give him a standing ovation when he makes shots, and defenders are laying off of him, daring him to shoot. The first 20 games of your career, he has the worst shooting percentage of anybody in the last 30 years. I am petrified for this kid. I sincerely hope it's just an aberration, that it's just his daddy talking a little bit too much, applying excessive pressure on him, and that's gotten the best of him, that he'll come around. I'm hoping that this is not his game. But this looks like a disaster.
Stephen A. Smith, they are surging, and are you buying the Lonzo hype?
Not yet. I like what I'm seeing, and it's been impressive over the last few games. Oh, my Lord, this dude is a bust. I will openly confess to you, I'm getting very, very annoyed about the subject of Lonzo Ball for 2 reasons. Okay. Number one, I'm not rooting against the kid. I'm like everybody else practically in the basketball world who's rooting for the kid. Did something just go wrong? I mean, are we not sitting here because something has gone wrong? I mean, Number one, I'm not rooting against the kid. I'm like everybody else practically in the basketball world who's rooting for the kid. Oh, my Lord, this dude is a bust. Because he's got a great personality, seems to be a really good kid, stuck in a situation because his father's a highly loquacious individual that's unapologetic about his take on things, and he will say what he wants to say, when he wants to say it, how he wants to say it, and call out whoever he damn well chooses. I mean, he gives, he personifies what a maverick is all about. He does things his way, and his sons are going to succumb to that. So in that regard, I don't root against Lonzo. Oh, my Lord, this dude is a bust. All I've ever said was that the shot was ugly, which we all knew and acknowledged. But number two, and more importantly, there's a level of assertiveness and aggressiveness that you have to show. You're the number 2 overall pick in the draft. You are drafted by the greatest point guard in NBA history. You are a point guard yourself from Chino Hills. You're a UCLA product. LA, box office. It was a business decision to bring him on as the number 2 overall pick. He's got to show up and be assertive. And my problem with him was the lack of assertiveness. But the reason, number 2, that I'm so annoyed about talking about him is because, look, last 3 games, this dude shoots 3 for 3 from three-point range, 2 for 3 against Miami, and hit 6 three-pointers last night. It's very, very impressive. He's shooting 36% on the field, 33% from three-point range. We all know, and those numbers have improved. So we're sitting here and we're doing everything we can to make a big deal out of anything we see from him because we know what kind of situation he was placed in because of his daddy's mouthing off. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, listen, I'm just judging ball. I know what I'm looking at. And averaging 10, 7, and 7, while impressive in some respects, there have been quite a few times this year where he hasn't been impressive. But since he's been back, he's been impressive. And if he plays like this, he's validating his worth. But he hadn't until now.
Oh, my Lord, this dude is a bust.